guys, these are your channeled messages for October 16th through the 22nd, 2025 for the collective, but the messages are timeless. Whenever you find them, you're meant to find them. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Let's get it. The first card out is That's on You, on Them. Audacity is at an all-time high in these streets. Your light is irritating the demons. Don't let low-vibing people project onto you. Return to senders with love, light, and healing, and keep it moving. That's on them. The second card out is The Bigger Picture. Zoom out. This is much bigger than you currently see. View things differently and shift perspective. And then the last card out came out with 3, and I'm gonna, anyways, the last card out is Freedom. You are entering your season of freedom. Embrace the changes. So you're telling me to put this one as the primary, and then these other 2 are the secondary supporting cards for the energy. Bear with me on it, right? Then we're gonna go with Reflect, Introspection, Deep Thought, Analyze. And then the last supporting card for it is Go Outside, Ground Yourself, bare feet to the earth. Earth will recharge and cleanse your energy. Practice good energetic hygiene, overwhelmed and anxious. It just feels like, again, it feels like big hater energy. I don't know. It's the closer you get to this new timeline of your success, of your abundance, of your rewards and recognition, of all these things, all the good stuff, the more you're going to have more and more of this energy coming onto you. And like, that's on them. That's on them. You know, and I say this so frequently, but like, y'all, you ain't gotta be a hater. You don't have to be a hater. Literally, don't be a hater. Be a congratulator. Just be a congratulator. And if you don't want to be a congratulator, then do the work within yourself to become a winner. right? Like every single day, these same people, everybody is presented with the option to evolve or repeat. That's my slogan, that's my tagline. Y'all gonna get tired of me saying it. But yet you get two options every day: evolve or repeat. If these people are consistently choosing to repeat, to stay the same, to do the same thing over and over again, to stay at the same level, to stagnate, to wallow, that's on them. That's on them. But it's not on you to be concerned about. It's not on you to try to be, bothered by their being bothered by you. It's not for you to, get riled up over it. Look, return this energy back to senders with love, light, and healing, and wish them well. You can't save anybody that don't want to save themselves. And this is a whole lot of energy that is attached to people that are committed to staying the same, that are committed to doing the same shit different day, right? This is that energy. This is the energy of them committing to the struggle. They are committing to being their lowest version every single day, right? Because in their mind, becoming their higher self is too much work. So instead of them doing the work to invest in themselves, to level up, to evolve, to heal, to change, to grow, to get on your level, they just gonna sit over here and hate. They just gonna sit over there and stew. They just gonna sit over there and be salty and miserable. That's on them. That's on them. We can't be concerned about it. Like it's unfortunate that that's how you feel. Like you have to, like you feel like that's the only option you got, when it's not. You just don't want to put in the work to take the other option. That's on them. That's on them. It feels like moving on. Like I'm very quickly just gonna go ahead and get the F up on out of here, because there's not anything else out here to say over this. It's the energy of the fact that you're winning. And again, I always say your haters can sense your come up before you do. They know. Everybody around you knows. And it's segueing into this here, where it's like everyone around you knows what's coming for you. They see that big picture. They see what's moving and shaking for you, not just in the physical, but in the spiritual and energetic realms. Because you've been doing this leveling up within yourself, because you've been doing the work within yourself to raise your vibration and frequency, your authentic signal has been pinging out there like a mofo, right? Setting it off out there in the energetic quantum realms, spiritual realms, where everyone can now see, oh, they on that shit. They on their shit. They've leveled up. They're big dog, right? They can see it. They can see it out here. They see it. And it's irritating. It's irritating to a lot of people. But your haters, the people who enjoyed your time being down, who enjoyed you being in your lowest version, who enjoyed you being in the Mariana Trench and the abyss, struggling and fighting for your life. Those same people, they knew, and they now know and are seeing you on the rise, and they know what's to come for you. And it is this right here. There's like, it's like you're focused on like this one thing that you're good at, that you're doing, like, right, like fulfilling your soul mission. But your soul mission is unlocking so much more than what you think is about to unlock, right? Like I said this in last week's video, so if you've not seen last week's video, please go back and watch it. But you just being in your authentic energy, being your authentic self, and telling your story is bringing in so much for you. And not only that, is because you have done the things, you stuck to the plan, you had the faith in the process, even when you couldn't see the progress. You held it down. You didn't falter in your faith. And because of that, God Source Universe is rewarding you so much more than you can possibly fathom, than what you can possibly imagine, because you have earned it. Because you have earned it. But you don't see it. So you just see this one piece, right? You see the one puzzle piece that you're bringing, and that's like you fulfilling your soul purpose and mission. Like you think it's just this one piece. But no, baby, it's this. It's all of this that's coming into you. It's all of this and then some. But you have no idea just how big your blessings are about to be. But they know. I'm sorry. I keep... this is my Virgo pettiness, but they know. Listen, they know. Everybody knows. Haters, supporters, fans, moochers, estranged family members alike. They all know that you finna get all this. They know you finna get all this, and they're coming. They want to be a part of it. Like I said, it's a mirage of people that are both triggered and excited for you. But it's because you, like I said, you have done the things, and God Source Universe is blessing you more than what you think. You just are so focused on fulfilling your soul's purpose and mission. And you're so focused on yourself, on being the best version of yourself. Like you're not like, you're not even like thinking outside of this. Do you know what I mean? Like you're locked in here, thinking, I'm just going to work on myself. I'm just going to work on whatever it is that I'm here to be doing. And that's it. And all the while you're focused in on doing you, on loving yourself up and being your authentic self and putting your creations out there. I'm not sure what this is, but it's you locked in over here on doing you. Meanwhile, all this other stuff is moving and shaking in the background for you to provide for you, to make sure that you are good, taken care of, set up, abundant and successful in all the ways. And it's you're here now entering this season of, it's not even like a season, it's your new reality of freedom. It's your new reality of freedom. You're going through an immense amount of change, but like this immense amount of change. Sorry, again, I usually leave this for the end, but they pulled me over here because I was talking about like, you have no idea why you're zoomed out and you're just focused on you, but all the while behind the scenes, this is the card that's at the bottom of the deck. Behind the scenes, all this stuff is moving and shaking for you. You got this behind the scenes actions, divine orchestration, things are being hidden, see beyond illusion, and trust the process. But more than anything of that, they wanted to pull it over here about the behind the scenes actions that are taking place. But you having all of these changes and the things that are happening, it's like your life is about to have this immense level up of a mirage of changes, essentially in every aspect. And one of the biggest things that it seems to be challenging for you is the amount of people, places, and things that are demanding your attention. You're feeling overwhelmed. you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling, you know, I don't know how else to say, you just feeling overwhelmed because it's like you went from being kind of in the dark, hidden behind the scenes, nobody really knew about you, to like now everyone knows about you. Now everybody is like, like, oh my God, over here. Hey, hi, hey, hi. Everyone wants to speak with you. Everybody wants to work with you. Everybody wants your attention in some way, and you're not used to that. You require a lot of alone time. You require a lot of, like I said, this over here. You need to spend a lot of time outside. You need to spend a lot of time just going out, letting nature support you and refuel you and renew you and energize you and cleanse you, because there's this uh, huge energy of overwhelm. Because again, it's you're not used you're not used to this. You're not used to interacting with people as much as this is. You're gonna need to spend time kind of in your solace, in your inner sanctuary, doing your deep thought, in your introspection, and your processing. It's like your alone time is when you kind of can go in and process the things that you have gone through, or the things that you have received energetic intel on. Right, it's like where you digest the day's goings on. It's almost like there's an imaginary desk full of dossiers, files, and paperwork that you come to, and you sit down and you like look over throughout the day, and all the paper is like a recap of the days or weeks goings ons and findings and things of this nature, right? But it's only when you go into your inner solace and you sit at the desk to look over the things, right, are you able to process and work through the pile of papers, right? So it feels like you're going to need to work on carving out more time. You need to set a hard cap of time where like you're not dealing with anybody else, you're not talking to people, you're not responding to messages, you're not X, Y, and Z. It's just for you time, and for you it needs to be like a large amount of time. Right? So not just, you can't just say, oh, it's just going to be when you go in and you go to sleep. Like, no, because it doesn't feel like you're it feels like you're working also while you're asleep. So it needs to be a set time where you go, you set 2 or 3 hours for you to literally just like be in your room, like earplugs in or headphones on. You need silence. You need to have silence and darkness to just go sit at the desk and go through everything, and then decompress. And then you can go into your process of like, okay, now let's get ready to shut down for sleep, right? But you need to allow yourself time each night to analyze and introspect, so that you don't have this immense stack of paperwork on your desk and files of information and intel that you've gathered throughout the day or throughout the week, because you've not carved out the time to process it, right? It's like there's a backlog of shit that you need to process out, that you need to work through, that you need to go through, or something sitting on your internal desk. So you need to get more disciplined on your schedule for yourself going forward, especially in this new change where it's like, over here, over here, over here, over here, look at me, look at me. Like, entertaining the populace should be a small amount of your time. Your priority needs to be you processing, resting, and spending time outside, because everything else is going to go raggedy if you neglect the aforementioned. Your mind, your gifts and abilities are affected when you don't allow this time, and also when you've not sorted through the files, dossiers, and paperwork in your mental desk, in your inner desk. When you're getting behind and shit's just stacked up, you start going into the overwhelm of things, and then your mental and spiritual abilities are affected. Your duty, your biggest duty going forward, is to yourself. And that's going to be the biggest change that you're going to have to learn to adapt to, is prioritizing you, not everybody else, not what everybody else needs or wants. Yes, you may be more in demand now than ever, but your priority is to yourself, is to making sure that you're okay, that you're not going into burnout, that you're not into overwhelm, that you're not into exhaustion, that you're not into fatigue, that you're not into like pain and numbing down or disassociating from your body because so much is happening within yourself and you just shut off. Your biggest duty, your new mission, is to yourself, is to carving out an immense amount of time for you. You have spent this entire incarnation taking care of other people. You have spent this entire incarnation making sure that others were okay and putting yourself on the back burner, sacrificing and being the martyr for others, for the sake, for the highest good of all. And you have fulfilled your mission and then some. Now it's time for you. It's time to take care of you. It's time to make sure that you're okay. And it's also time for you to be supported in this, not just physically but spiritually. And your highest priority is you. It's you needing to make sure that you're giving yourself the allotted time that you need to work through your things, to process out, to give yourself the mental, spiritual, emotional downtime to process. Because there's a lot that's changing within you and externally as a result. And it requires a lot of brain power and energy. It's not a time for you to be pushing. It's not a time for you to be overdoing. It's not a time for you to be overcommitting. It's not a time for you to be overperforming. It's a time for you to take stock, especially as you go into winter. It's time for you to hunker down. It's time for you to rest. It's time for you to rejuvenate. It's time for you to process, so that when spring comes, you're ready to move. Not fast, but ready to move. Nature will help you. You are being so aided by a lot of nature and spirit animals and guides, but the elements are there waiting to support you and guide you and help you and heal you and re-energize you and push you through this process. It's a lot of changes. It's a lot of transformation. It's a lot of healing that's happening over the remainder of this year. But you have to give yourself that time to go within, to introspect, to reflect, to analyze, to process, to work through all the things that are waiting for you to deal with. You're your biggest project right now. You're your biggest priority right now. If you are not okay, everything else is raggedy. That is the 250, that is the 144, that is all the people that you're leading, all the people that you're working so hard to not let down. You let them down when you let yourself down. You being out of commission is a detriment to everything else. So you need to take care of you by all means necessary. If you have to tell people to F off, tell people to F off. If you have to tell people, look, I got to take a hiatus, take a hiatus. If you got to tell people, I ain't got it, you ain't got it. But this is not, just because you're in demand doesn't mean that you go into overproduction. Doesn't mean that you go into overperforming. Doesn't mean that you go into overbooking. Doesn't mean that you go into overgiving. It's the exact opposite. It means that you go into making sure that you are okay on all fronts. Take care of yourself, because that is how you serve others. When you're able to be yourself, when you're able to be in your most highest of energy, and that happens when you're well rested, when you're well taken care of, when you are living free flowing and you're just in the moment and you're happy and you're content and you're grounded and you're not in overwhelm, or you're not in spiritual bog down, you're not tired and exhausted. That is when so much happens for the collective very fast. We don't mean to put a lot of pressure on you with this, but we're just, you need to know how big of a piece of this puzzle that you are. So you need to take care of yourself. I will keep saying it in all the future videos. You need to take care of yourself first. Everybody else can wait. Take care of you. That's what I have for you guys. I hope this was helpful. Thank you all for all your like, share, subscribes, and support. And thank you to those of you who've been leaving me really positive comments. And I just want to tell you, it really does help me. It really does fuel my projector, human design, soul's dharma. You know, it makes me feel like it's not just kind of falling on deaf ears. And I love to be fulfilling my destiny. So I just wanted to tell you guys that. And if you all are ever interested in booking a recorded reading with me, then you can do so. The link is in the description, and you can also apply to work one-on-one with me for whatever your individual needs may be. You can check out ascensionoraclev.com for all the things. And until next time, I'll see you guys. B Squad.